President Biden looking to counter criticism of his about-face decision earlier this month to pardon his son Hunter, now issuing this, a sweeping grant of clemency, the largest of its kind in a single day in modern history.
Yeah, that's right. Newsmax Chief White House Correspondent James Rosen live on the North Lawn with details. James, good morning.
Guys, good morning to you. Before dawn today, the White House blasted out an email announcing that President Biden had commuted the sentences of nearly 1,500 people. Covered by the clemency, aide said, were former prisoners who during the pandemic were released to home confinement and who completed 1 year's time there without incident. In addition, the chief executive granted pardons to 39 nonviolent convicts. It amounts to some 5 times the 330 individuals who received clemency in a single day from President Obama as he prepared to leave office in 2017. But where the pardon of Hunter Biden is concerned, President Biden's former senior communications advisor, Anita Dunn, a longtime power broker in Democratic politics, rebuked her former boss last week in remarks at a New York Times panel event. Specifically, she cited the president's claim in his statement that accompanied Hunter's pardon that raw politics had infected the Justice Department's handling of that case.
I absolutely agree with the president's decision here. I do not agree with the way it was done. I don't agree with the timing, and I don't agree, frankly, with the attack on our judicial system.
Meantime, the inclusion of Hillary Clinton on a list of alleged deep state members once assembled by Kash Patel, President-elect Trump's nominee to lead the FBI, has prompted some to call on President Biden to issue a preemptive pardon for Mrs. Clinton. Opposing that idea in an appearance on The View yesterday was former President Clinton, who began with the proposition that his wife did nothing wrong.
Trump's State Department found that Hillary sent and received exactly 0 classified emails on her personal device. It was a made-up, phony story.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess if Kash Patel is determined to make one up, he could do it. But I think if President Biden wanted to talk to me about that, I would talk to him about it. But I don't think I should be giving public advice on the pardon power. I think it's a very personal thing. But it is, I hope he won't do that.
In fact, the FBI identified 81 email chains that were sent to or from the private server that Mrs. Clinton used when she was Secretary of State that contained at least 193 individual emails that were classified, ranging from the confidential to the top secret levels. Interestingly, President Biden is not making any on-camera statement today to accompany his extraordinary grant of clemency this morning. We do, however, have a press briefing scheduled with the White House Press Secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Back to you guys.
Yeah, I love how the ladies on The View are nodding along, saying, yep, as if they're so well versed on the situation with President Clinton sitting at the table. Thank you for giving, again, the facts right there at the very end of your report. That is Chief White House Correspondent James Rosen, live from the White House. Thank you.